So a good opportunity here to talk about the differences between Lepista nuda and Cortinarius archeri, which we have here. Fortunately, I have a little Lepista nuda which I just picked earlier, and we'll put them together so you can really see the difference. Wow, beautiful. So on the right here we've got Cortinarius archeri, and then here we have a Lepista or Clitocybe nuda. Pretty obvious differences. Unfortunately, I do not have the base of Lepista nuda because the base is often a really good, has a good identification feature in that it has this really fuzzy, vibrantly coloured kind of mycelial mat at the base. But more obvious features we have here is that Lepista nuda is not annulate, so it doesn't have this annulus or cortina that Cortinarius archeri has. Cortinarius archeri has this fairly glutinous cortina here. It's not so much like some of the other Cortinarius, which are more like this spiderwebby cortina. This is very glutinous, and you can see all these rusty brown spores on the cortina here. That is the most obvious difference. They also have different smells. Lepista nuda tends to smell a bit perfumey, but sometimes it just smells like a mushroom. You can also see they have a different way the lamellae connect here. So the gills, if you can see on Cortinarius archeri, have a notched connection. So there's kind of like this divot, and they kind of go up like that, and then they connect onto the stem. You can really see that they are notched. And Lepista nuda, they just kind of connect like that. It's a fairly subtle difference compared to the obvious rusty brown spores and the annulus. Cortinarius archeri also tends to be fairly viscid and sticky on the top, but it's this one's dried out, so it doesn't have that. If you look online, it'll say Cortinarius archeri is toxic. It's a bit over the top. Lots of people have actually eaten this mushroom, confusing it for Lepista nuda. No one's ever gotten sick. They say that because Cortinarius is a huge genus, just like Amanita. And just like Amanita, there are deadly species in it, and there are also edible species. However, there are not many deadly Cortinarius. Cortinarius, the deadly ones, are kind of scary in that they have this toxin called aurelinine, which can take up to 20 days for symptoms to appear, so it can be hard to trace back the poisoning to the mushroom, and it can cause acute renal failure and kill you. So that's what makes Cortinarius particularly scary, but those are in a section of Cortinarius called Cortinarius section aurelinii, something like that, and they're all kind of reddy brown. They look fairly obvious. They're very different. Cortinarius is the biggest genus of mushrooms in the world. Most of them are actually not toxic. Some of them are good edibles. A lot of people have eaten this and it's been fine. I'm not recommending the average person to go eat these at the moment, because there are also a lot of violet purple Cortinarius which have more subtle differences than these two, and they have unknown edibility. However, no purple or violet Cortinarius in the whole world are known to be toxic. So it's unlikely that you'll get poisoned by eating these, but it's still important to be 100% on what you are eating, and you should be able to tell the difference between these two different mushrooms. Another important thing is that Cortinarius is ectomycorrhizal, so the actual fungal organism is with the roots of trees, usually eucalyptus, like this. So you'll find it only in native forests with native trees. Good to keep in mind that, you know, roots of trees can spread far, and sometimes the tree may be 10 or 15 meters away. So you can be in a mixed pine plantation and Cortinarius archeri can come up if there are some eucalyptus around. But yeah, fairly obvious differences here. Cool.